There she is, Campbell. My latest investment. Let's go and see how strong our steel is up on the high seas.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Well, goodbye, sir. I do hope you enjoy your voyage.
Thank you, Roberts.
And to you, Mr. Campbell. Hopefully the sea air will do wonders.
Thank you, Roberts. I'm sure things will be better for me after this voyage is over.
There has to be a mistake.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot permit you access without a first-class boarding pass. If you speak with the purser, I'm sure they will clear up any misunderstanding. Now, unless there's anything else, I must continue boarding passengers.
Is there a problem here, miss?
No publicity in the world could do this moment justice.
He wouldn't do this to me. He couldn't.
Not exactly lodging with the Vanderbilts, but it'll do.
Here you are, Lady Galloway. Stateroom B63, modern Dutch style.
I suppose it will have to do.
Shall I send for a stewardess to help you unpack, Mum?
Certainly not.
Very good, Mum. I do hope you enjoy your voyage.
You may depend on that.
Bay 66, sir. Your secretary's cabin is right next door, Bay 68.
That'll be all for now, son.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Not bad at all. Solid steel, solid oak.
Congratulations, sir.
Ah, hell, I merely provided the skin. It's the guts and glory you gotta soak in. We have our Irishman, Tommy Andrews, to thank for that.
If I see him, sir, I'll pass along your compliments.
With that leg of yours? Better hope he's on this deck for your sake. Meantime, just look over the contracts I asked you about this morning. I'll be out on top getting my sea legs. Hopefully you'll get yours.
Good one, sir.
Well, who is that just across the hallway? It couldn't possibly be Lady Gallows.
If that is supposed to be your pathetic excuse for a joke, Mr. Tolliver, I hardly see the humor in it.
Oh, of course. Only makes sense if there's weight behind the name.
I'll thank you to show some respect, Mr. Tolliver. My husband...
Your husband, Sir Louis Galloway, barrister to the Crown, tried to hang me. Don't think for 1 second that I've forgotten that.
You would have been hanged, Mr. Tolliver, as well as you should have. The circumstances...
The circumstances led to me being exonerated of any blame for what happened. Can I truly be held accountable for your husband's suicide following the trial?
No, but it would certainly benefit society at large.
That certainly is rich, coming from a socialite with dark secrets of her own.
I will not stand to listen to your slander any more, Mr. Tolliver. Good day.
That remains to be seen. Well, well, well. This ship is filled with agreeable people.
Oh, Mr. Tolliver, I didn't realize you were aboard.
Figured I'd take a ride on this bucket of bolts I chipped in. We've come a long way, haven't we?
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me, I have...
Oh, I certainly hope for your own sake you're here for pleasure instead of business.
Of course I am, sir. I was simply...
Easy, Doctor. Nothing to get defensive about. That's all in the past.
I did as you asked. Why do you feel it necessary to bring that up?
Bring what up? I didn't say anything. Now did I?
I hope not. I did as you asked.
Then I'm glad we're still on the same page. But remember this. A debt was paid. But one's got to live with the lives they take.
How dare...
Careful, Doctor. You have your respiratory issues to attend to.
How did you...
How else was I able to get you to cooperate with me? Well, bon voyage, as they say.
Where does he get his strength, eh?
He used to arm wrestle for drinks at our pub. Strong as an ox, that man is. I hate to imagine how he got that strength.
Or to imagine what's in store for you, should you cross his path.
Come on, put your backs into it. We'll be underway soon.
I say, Captain, magnificent ship you have yourself here.
Thank you. The credit goes to Mr. Andrews here.
We're glad to have you aboard, Mr. Gethin's the name. Hayden Gethin. Moving pictures is my game. I really do hope we get the chance to talk soon.
Delighted, I'm sure. Oh, Mr. Gethin, you dropped your...
Moving pictures, eh? Perhaps these private investigators are branching out.
Captain on the bridge.
Dogs are all fast, sir.
Very good. Let go the lines.
Lines released, sir.
And the gangways?
Gangway's lowered, sir.
To your stations.
All right, Mr. Murdoch, let's take her out.
Slow ahead, Mr. Boxall.
We're round the corner midships in 1 minute, sir. We're at 6 knots.
Thank you, Mr. Boxall. 30 degrees to port.
Aye, aye, sir. 30 degrees to port.
30 degrees to port, sir.
Port screw half astern.
Aye, aye, sir.
Get me the bridge!
Thank you.
Captain, the New York is drifting into our port section.
Port screw ahead full.
Looks like the tugboat Vulcan managed to rig her in.
Aye, that was close, eh?
Some might see it as a bad omen, Mr. Pitman.
Mind that you keep that to yourself, Mr. Lowe.
Yes, sir.
Come in.
Excuse me, sir. There's a gentleman here who wishes to speak with you. He said it's a matter of delicacy.
Very well. Bring him in.
I appreciate the time that you've taken to have this audience with me, Captain.
Not at all. I must admit, I first thought it was by accident that you dropped the card, but something in it tells me that discretion was required, clumsy as it appeared.
I may not have the best methods, Captain, but I can assure you I bring results in when needed.
And what results are you hoping to bring, Mr. Gayton?
Put bluntly, Captain, I am on the trail of a couple of dangerous con artists, and I have reason to believe that they may be on this ship.
That is a rather serious allegation, Mr. Gayton. Do you have evidence to support this possibility?
From past voyages, they have swindled a handsome number of passengers out of thousands of pounds. And every time, the pair has succeeded in evading arrest before changing their identities completely. They've done enough damage to nearly bankrupt Scotland Yard.
And given that this is Titanic's maiden voyage,
It would make for an obvious target, sir. Lots of important people are on this ship, aren't there? The Astors would certainly be a favorite, given the Colonel's net worth. But there are plenty of other well-known individuals as well.
and how do you intend to apprehend these individuals, Mr. Gator?
All I ask is the full cooperation of the ship's crew. If I can find these crooks, a simple call to arms, so to speak, and your men can have them confined to quarters for the rest of the voyage.
Can you guarantee the crooks to surrender?
I, believe I can.
I trust you have a permit for that. Otherwise, I'll have you...
Right here, sir. Compliments of Scotland Yard themselves.
Naturally, it would be preferable if you could accomplish your task before we make port tonight or tomorrow morning. However, that would be asking for a miracle, wouldn't it?
You said yourself, Captain. Discretion is your preference. I solemnly swear to you, a respectable and honorable commander of the high seas, that my actions aboard will be no different than that of any other ordinary passenger.
Well, Mr. Gaten, I will admit to you now, given that I was intending on making this my last voyage before I retire, that I was planning for a rather uneventful trip. However, it seems things don't always work out in our favor, do they?
I assure you, Captain, these criminals will be met with justice. I always do my job. My message will be sent around the world.
Begging your pardon, miss, I don't mean to intrude, but...
You must think me a sight.
I've been on a crossing once or twice in my life. It's not always flying ticker tape and waving hands. Half the time, the people around me were far worse off emotionally. If one was to leave their home forever...
I could only wish it was something as simple as feeling homesick. Have you ever embarked on a voyage with the emotions of a heartbreak?
Oh, well, I can't really say that I have.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be telling you this.
No need to apologize. Perhaps I can be of some assistance.
I don't know. I share my cabin with a complete stranger. I hardly think sharing my story with another is such a good idea.
Well, then perhaps we don't have to be strangers. Professor Thomas Chilton, University of Reading.
Jane Corbin.
Well, Miss Corbin, it's nearly getting on for 4 o'clock. Would you care to have tea in here, or maybe see what kind of a selection the ship provides on these shelves?
That all sounds delightful. I must admit, I've not been used to China this fancy. I fear I may be spoiled by the time we reach New York.
It's the little things in life.
I suppose up there it's a lot grander.
You know, I heard it said that second class on this ship would be the equivalent of first class on any other ship. Imagine how steerage will feel with such a comparison.
Professor, you've been very generous with trying to lift my spirits up. We've only known each other for nearly an hour, and yet somehow I feel as if I can trust you. Therefore, it's only fair that I explain myself.
There's no need. Just knowing that I helped is enough.
Under the circumstances, perhaps you'd better know. It may affect the way you think. You see, I was engaged to be married. Was.
Oh, I see. When did it become past tense?
This morning, when I received a letter and a boarding pass. I was told to go to the docks, ready to board the Titanic. I thought I'd be up there in first class with him. The ticket office told me otherwise. When I boarded, I went straight to the purser's office to get to the bottom of it all. Imagine my surprise when they only confirmed that second class was indeed what Caleb Tolliver paid for.
I'm sorry, did you say Caleb Tolliver?
Yes. Do you know him?
Not personally. I've heard of him through my university. He's made very generous alumni donations to the school.
Him? Generous? That's rich.
But you mean to tell me that you and him...
What? Oh God, no. What a repulsive thought. No, he's my fiancé's employer. Good heavens, I can't imagine anyone having the stomach to marry someone like Tolliver.
From what I've heard of him, I'd have to agree. But the question is, why would he want to interfere in your romance with his employee anyway?
I don't know, but I do intend to get to the bottom of it, one way or the other.
That's how bloody something. To show his face.
You can polish those medals all you want, but he'll never wash the blood away.
You left those men to die!
No! I must say, the British know how to provide comfort. Quite nothing like the Kaiser Wilhelm the Gross. Don't you agree?
Well, it won't be for long, Liebling. Soon our homeland will match in luxury with the Western world.
My personal favorite, the Cristal 1898.
Quite possibly the greatest ship I've ever set foot on, and steady as a rock, no doubt. Much smoother than a Lusitania.
Yes, you've certainly done your uncle proud, Andrews.
Well, Lord Parade does send his regrets that he couldn't join us this voyage, but he has trusted me completely to see that everything runs fine.
And from what I've seen, she runs like a pair of scissors cut along a smooth piece of paper.
You.
Well, sound the advance. It's Brigadier McIntyre, late of the Highlands Brigade. I certainly hope there's no hard feelings about the deal not going through.
No, of course not.
What sort of deal?
Nothing. Just a simple business proposal I shared.
Yeah, I guess not everything works out the way we hope.
If you would all please excuse me, I have a sudden case of indigestion.
Poor lady. Shall I escort you to your cabin?
I'd rather not make it worse. And I do trust you'll all forgive me if I do not join you at this table the rest of the voyage.
Ah, well, if it isn't John Jacob IV and the new Mrs. Astor. How far along are you?
Mr. Tolliver, really?
Well, no offense was meant. I mean, after all, there must be about 1,000,000 reasons why these two make a lovely pair. Or was it 150 million?
Mr. Tolliver, I think the rest of us here, and perhaps even the entire room, would fare better if you either held your tongue or remove yourself from the saloon.
You seem like the kind of chum that likes to get your point across. All right, I'll bite. Good evening, all.
I am so sorry, Madeline.
Just as long as we don't have to deal with him again.
I'll see to him first thing in the morning.
No, John, please. It's over with. If anything, we can ask Maggie to have a word with him.
Now that idea scares me more than 100 Tollivers.
Are you all right, Brigadier?
Oh, yes. It's just been a long day.
Well, if you need something, I am a doctor, you know.
Thank you, Doctor.
So, anyway, I understand the two of you honeymooned in Egypt. How did you find the pyramids?
It wasn't easy, but John knew exactly where to find them.
Perhaps I should ask if you're all right, Doctor?
Oh, I was just... It's quite a spectrum.
Pardon?
One with 2 children, the other with their first on the way. And they both seem so full of life.
Are you a married man yourself?
Hardly. I just suppose unlucky in love.
She does not return your affections?
I wouldn't know. She died.
You know, Andrews, I would absolutely love to learn more about how the ship came to be. Sort of get the inside scoop. I'm in moving pictures, you know. I could replicate some of these designs into stage sets.
Well, I'd be very happy to share more with you, Mr. Gethin, though I doubt any moving pictures would convey much interest in this ship.
All this rich food is bound to give me nightmares tonight.
Very well. If I should hear screams from down the hall, I shall remember to ask the waitstaff to change your dish from filet mignon to sauté of chicken lyonnaise.
Oh, you are too much, really.
Well, I try to be. When you've given lectures on psychology for as long as I have, you're bound to relinquish your grip on sanity.
But you said you've only been in the field for 2 years.
Did I lie?
I can't thank you enough for lifting my spirits this evening.
I don't know how I would have been able to make any acquaintances aboard the ship, so I'm glad I've been able to make yours.
Pardon me, Miss Corbin. Earlier you made an inquiry regarding a Mr.
Yes?
Well, they sent a reply to your inquiry, and I was about to send a steward to deliver it to you.
Everything all right?
If you don't mind, I'll say good night here.
Good night.
Dearest Jane, it pains me to write you this letter, but I'm afraid that this must end. Mr. Tolliver will simply not allow us to marry. It is a matter of social position. it just simply won't look well for us. He has offered you compensation by enclosing a check for £5,000 in this envelope. I am afraid that we must part ways, but you'll always have a place in my heart. Best wishes, Henry Campbell.